Hey guys, I'm Joe and this is the Rebels Advocate, video number 3. Today I want to talk about something I'm not real proud of and something that's not real easy for me to talk about. And I want to talk about my past and who I used to be. And I feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm a pretty good person. I feel like I've been a pretty good person. But if I'm being honest, back 2012 and on back, I'm not really proud of the person that I was. I'm not proud of some of the things I did, the way I acted. And it's one of those things you kind of wish could just go away. And I know you can't dwell on the past, you can't live in the past, but if I can help people by talking about it, then I'll do that. And I want to go back to somewhere I was between 18 and 20 years old, and me and some of my friends, we've been out partying, having a good time. And it was late at night, where I don't know if we was driving home or exactly, or if we was going somewhere else, but we stopped at the service station. I'm half lit. I was always a real, pretty shy, backwards guy until I started drinking, and then, I started coming out of my shell a little bit. A lot of people thought I was funny, and so they'd laugh, and I enjoyed the attention, so I'd just get that much more stupid. And on this particular day, or night, we pull up at this gas station, and I'm still sitting in the vehicle, and I see this person get out, across the lot, and they walk in. And I'm gonna be honest, back at this point, at this time, I was pretty ignorant on the different forms of sexuality or whatever. I don't even know if I don't know if I even knew the term trans, or knew what that meant, knew what it was. I was ignorant to it. But, the only thing in my mind, the only thing I really knew of was you're straight, gay, and then sometimes in my head is like, sometimes gay people dress up like the opposite sex. I call them cross dressers. I didn't know trans or any of the others. And so I see this person walking who, looking back now, I don't know, but may have been a trans woman. But in my mind, I recognize this person as a man dressing up like a woman. That's what I saw. And so I hollered something out the window, something negative, and that got a few laughs from my friends. And then I hopped out of the truck, and I did something that'll live with me forever. I remember walking around, and I just kept hurling insults, and I won't repeat them. You can guess what they were. But after every insult, it's like I got louder and louder, as this person just was minding their own business, walking into the service station. They kept their head forward, just kept walking, and I just kept screaming louder and louder, and I'll never forget just the hate that spewed out of me. And my friends were laughing, and it was hilarious. And then they go in the store, and I get back in, and I'm laughing. Look how cool I am, and I'll never forget just the hate that spewed out of me. And what's funny, it's not funny, but if you had asked me at the time, why I hated gay people, why I hated people that's different than me, I would have told you I didn't hate them. I would have been like, I don't, kind of one of the, I would have said, I don't hate gay people, I just hate what they're doing, or it's icky to me, or, whatever. Kind of one of those things, hate the sin, not the sinner, And in my mind, I believed that. I was one of those people that's like, I don't care, I would even say, you can be gay, you can do whatever you want, just don't shove it down my throat. and which translated, basically what that means is, what I was saying is, you can be gay, just don't do it in public. You know, hide in the closet. That's pretty much what I was saying. And you flash forward to, you know, today, and I remember, like, it's happened many times. But like a couple years ago, I used to work on gas wells, and I spent a lot of time in the mountains by myself, driving, you know, from one gas well to the other. And I remember once just driving along, and just all of a sudden I thought about that night, flashback in my head like it has many times, and I just burst out into tears. You know, for one reason, because I'm so sad to think about the person that I was, and it's embarrassing, and it makes me upset, and just sad to think of the person that I was back then. But even more so, I think what hurts is knowing I have no way of knowing who that person was. I have no way of knowing where they are, what happened to them. And I think about the pain that I caused them that night. And it you know, it upsets me, and I'll never know. And I think, what else did they go through that day? You know, how much more ridicule did they face that day? You know, was I the one? Was I the straw that broke the camel's back? Was I the one that pushed them over the edge? You know, I don't know. Did that person go home and kill herself that night? You know, I don't know. They could have. There's no way. I'll never know the answer to that. I hope that they're surrounded by a lot better people than me. I hope that they're strong, and I hope they're doing great today. But I'll never know the answer to that. You know, I could have been the one that pushed them over the edge. And also, I think, and not to put the blame on anybody else, because the blame's solely on me, but also think about that night, and I think, what if one of my friends, because I looked up to my friends, and I was always, you know, trying to impress them and trying to fit in better. I never felt like I fully fit in. And what if just one of my friends is, instead of laughing, have been like, hey man, now that's not cool. And again, not to blame them for what I did, because it's completely me. But had one of my friends said that, you know, I really think it would have, you know, it may not have changed the way I felt, but I think it would have impacted me, you know, quite a bit, and it may have even stopped me from doing it in the future. But they, you know, they didn't. And so now I can't go back, and how much I would love to find that person and just fall at their feet and beg them to forgive me. You know, that's what I wish I could do, but I can't. You know, that's impossible, and I can't do that. And all I can do now is try to be a better person, and maybe try to help other people see that, you know, think about what you're doing before you just hurt somebody just because they're different than you. And also, you know, that's one of the reasons today, a lot of times, you know, I'm surrounded by conservatives, and it's okay to have different opinions, different beliefs, what have you. But a lot of times, if I'm on Facebook and I see somebody, you know, sharing some anti-gay post, you know, a lot of times I'll jump on there and I'll say something. And a lot of people think I do it because I enjoy controversy, but it's not so much. It's not fun for me. It really isn't. It's not fun making people dislike you. It's not fun being the odd guy out, and you know. But I do it because I feel like I have to try to make up for the person that I was. I can't change what I did then, but I can be a better person. I can be that friend, you know. I can be the one to speak up and say, hey, you know, that's not cool. And maybe they don't listen, but who knows, maybe one person does. You know, Facebook, you have the memories that pop up, and sometimes those are great. Sometimes they're not so great for me. Some of the ones from like 2012 and before, and which is only a couple years. I think I joined Facebook like 2010. Some of them's not great. I posted a lot of stuff that was, you know, anti-gay and just bashing or, you know, whatever. And then I look in the comments. I click on the comments and see what was said. Boy, I got a lot more likes back then. And even family, you know, like, oh, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the person you are. I'm proud of, you know, here I am spewing hate, and I'm making people proud of me. You know, and so I can't, like I said, I can't change that, but I can try to be a better person. I can try to make up for it. I can try to be that friend that says, you know what, this ain't cool. And I can apologize to, you know, to anybody out there that going through what you're going through. And I know things are getting better, but it's, you know, we're still not quite there yet. And on behalf of every bigot and, you know, ignorant person out there that's hurtful and mean, you know, I can also tell you this: don't give up on them, because they might change. It's possible. It's possible. We can. If I could change, you know, then I believe anybody can, because I wasn't a very good person. And so from the bottom of my heart, you know, to anybody out there that's just a little different than I am, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the person I was, and I'll try to be better. I'll try to speak up and be an ally, and that's all I can do. And thank you guys for watching. I know this wasn't the best video. I had a lot of jumbled thoughts. I was just thinking about it today, and I just wanted to sit down and put it out there. And, you know, to anybody out there watching, if you can, be an ally. You know, if nothing else, just, you know, just be a loving person. You know, even if you don't agree, you don't have to agree, but you don't have to be hurtful. And, you know, to someone who's not hurting you, they're not doing anything to affect you, and it shouldn't matter. You know, let's be a little nicer. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it. If you can, share it. You know, maybe it'll help somebody. And we'll see you guys next time.